welcome back to my channel. Again, sorry for not posting for a while. I kind of like ran out of ideas of things to do for vlogs. So I'm gonna try and just do some other types of videos on here, as well as obviously what I'm getting up to. I've finally gotten out of my reading slump. I don't really think I've mentioned books on this channel that much yet because I've been in a reading slump for like 6 months. I'm a big reader, so I usually read quite a lot of books a year, but for the past like 2 years I've been in a bit of a low period. I've still been reading, like I've still read I think about 10 books this year, which is obviously a good amount, but it's not my usual pace. I'm usually constantly reading a book. However, I have started reading The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. He's French, so I'm probably butchering the name, but yeah, I started that I think like 5-6 days ago, and I'm currently like 48% of the way through. It's a really long book. It's like 1,200 pages long or something, so I'm like 700 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm reading it on my Kindle just because the book itself is like this thick, so it would be annoying to read, but I'm really enjoying it. So I thought I would do a little kind of reading vlog, I guess, just sort of what I'm getting up to as I'm reading it. Today is Sunday, and I think it's around 2 p.m. I'm just sat in my living room about to sort of get a good chunk of the book done. I want to aim to get this book done like as soon as I can, because I want to keep the memento up, just because if I slow down I might go back into a slump again, which I don't want to do because I have so many books that I want to read. So yeah, today's plan is to just read as much as I can. You could hear in the background, but I watch like ambience videos, so I've got like a summer rain one and it's got like thunder in the background, so if you could hear thunder, it's from this video. But yeah, I've got my Kindle. I'm on page 781, so yeah, almost 50% of the way through. As I said, really enjoying it. And don't bully me for how big I have the font. It's just so much easier for me to like fly through a book when it's this big, because when it's a lot smaller, I don't know, it stresses me out. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Again, enjoying it. Let's see how long. Apparently I've got 15 hours and 49 minutes left of the book, so if we crack out a lot of reading today, we could get quite a lot of it read, and then maybe just finish it off tomorrow. Just doing a little check-in. Had to put my glasses on because my eyes have been like struggling a lot recently. I think I'm getting like more and more blind just because I don't wear them. So I've popped my glasses on, and I thought I'd do a little update of where I'm up to. So I'm currently on page 867, which is 55% of the way through. I think I've been reading for like an hour and a half maybe, so that's pretty good progress. It's like 100 pages or so. Yeah, I realised before that I was really vague about actually like how I'm finding the book. I just said I was enjoying it, but it was because I was so like eager to start reading. Essentially, if you guys don't know like the plot, it's essentially like a little revenge tale of this guy called, I think he's called Edward Edward. I can't remember because I'm trying to do non-spoilers. That name is not used that much in the latter part of the book. I know that his last name is Dantes, or Dantes, or Dante. But yeah, he hasn't used that name in a while without giving too much away. And then he is imprisoned, and then it sort of tells his story of how he became to be quite rich and exacting his revenge on the people that betrayed him, essentially. It's really, really good. I will say, like, would I say it's beginner friendly? I guess so, because I'm not like super into classics. Like, I'm not a very avid like pre-20th century reader. I've read a lot of like modern classics, so I love like Steinbeck and things, but this is like 18th, 19th century vibe, so the language is like understandable, but it is a little bit complex, and it's quite political, which I enjoy. At some points though I am a bit like, what is going on? It takes me like a few pages to like actually figure out what they're talking about, and I don't know that much about like French history, so it's kind of interesting to me because it's set around the time of like Napoleon, and the sort of like political state of France and like Italy and Spain at the time. So it's been quite interesting to learn about that. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. The characters are really interesting, and yeah, I was a bit like, I think I would say after like 40% of the way through, it got a bit like muddled because a lot of new characters were introduced. So it's kind of hard to keep track of like who's dad, who's son, who's daughter, and like a lot of characters aren't exactly who they are meant to be. Like, I'm trying to do this like non-spoiler, but some of the characters are like just aliases or pretending to be other people, so sometimes I'm like, wait, who is this again? So it is kind of like, you do have to use your brain to read it. So I suppose that's why it's taken me a little bit longer to get through like the chapters, because I'm trying to still understand the story. Other than that though, yeah, I feel like I'm getting through it quite quickly. It is a really long book, and it's kind of funny that it's the one that's getting me out of a reading slump, you know. Usually people say like read short books, get you back in, but I need quite like a complex story to grasp me in. Yeah, I've just been chilling, just literally lying on the sofa, reading. And also, a little announcement, I realised that I haven't filmed a vlog since I got engaged. So yeah, I got engaged on the 27th of June. Here's my little ring, I love it so much. But yeah, I wasn't wearing it in the last clips because I took it off to wash the dishes, and then I'm like not used to having to put it back on. So I'm still getting used to it. But yeah, I did put it back on to show you guys. So yeah, little cheeky announcement mid video. But essentially, those are my thoughts. I'm going to carry on reading. I'm either going to continue to stay down here or maybe go upstairs a bit later on. I'll just see, but yeah, that's the update thus far. So it's actually quite a lot later, and I got a little bit derailed with reading just because I got really into vintage shopping, and getting some new summer clothes, so that kind of derailed me. I found a bunch of stuff like secondhand for quite cheap, so I was just like getting what I can. Whilst being on my unemployed budget, it's so hard to find like nice clothes that are like relatively cheap but like good quality. So I was kind of just procrastinating. I'm currently on page 919, and it's about, I would say, like 12:30 at night, so it's quite late. So I think my plan is I'm gonna get into bed and then just read until I fall asleep and then carry on tomorrow. I'm not sure how much I'll get done tonight just because I'm getting quite tired. So I shall catch up with you guys in the morning and we shall carry on the reading vlog. Morning. So last night I got to page 698, which isn't too bad. I actually read like, I can't remember what I was on, maybe like 40 pages or something like that. So my plan is to continue to crack on today. The UV is quite high, and the sun's out and stuff, so I might go outside and sit in the sun. Obviously gonna absolutely lather the sun cream on because I'm very pale, but I do like to sit in the sun when I can to get some vitamin D. But yeah, I think that's my plan. I'm gonna get sort of dressed and ready and then sit outside in my garden. I've just come back in from being outside because it got really cloudy and then I saw a rat run like towards me, so that was kind of like my final straw. It's just the perks of living in a city that's kind of gross. It was quite cute to be fair, but it had like these like beady red eyes, and obviously seeing a rat run towards you, it's not the nicest. But yeah, I got to volume 4. I'm on page 1030. So getting through it, 65% of the way through. And I just thought I'd give a sort of update of what's going on to the best of my ability without spoiling it. It's getting really like juicy now because all of the plans and all of the background information that we needed to know is kind of like starting to get the ball rolling with bad things happening and scandals and things coming to fruition and coming to light. If you guys would want to have a spoiler opinions version, let me know because I'd be happy to sort of talk about it. Maybe after I've read a couple of books I can do like a spoilers opinions on what I've thought about them. But yeah, again, it's just getting really like gossipy, which is fun. And also I find it really funny that there's a couple, well yeah, I would say a couple in the book, and he like threatened to like off himself if she didn't like be with him, and I just think it's really funny because that's kind of something that people do nowadays. So he's got the manipulation down. It's just so entertaining. Yeah, enjoying it. I feel like I'll probably get a good chunk done tonight because my fiance is coming home from work soon and I think we're just gonna read together. So he's gonna read some manga or watch a film or something with his headphones on, and I'm just gonna sit and read. I might be able to get some clips. I don't know how like comfortable he is with being in the video, but yeah, more reading tonight. Yeah, those are my thoughts, my feelings. I wish I could say more, but again, I would really want you guys to read the book rather than me spoil it. But yeah, definitely 65% of the way through. Super exciting stuff is going down, and I feel like we're slowly getting to like the climax of the story. So yeah, I'm excited to see what goes down. So I'm in my room, it's a couple hours later, and I recently got some new face masks to try because I haven't done a face mask in a while and I feel like my skin's been looking quite like dull, so I'm gonna give these Medicube ones a try. my plan is to just pop one on and then carry on reading on my bed. But yeah, I'm trying to get as much done as I can tonight, but I am quite tired, so I guess I'm just gonna read until I fall asleep. Matt is gonna come up and sit with me and either watch the football or start a new manga, like I said earlier. But yeah, we're probably just gonna have an early night because he stayed up to watch England last night and I just couldn't sleep for some reason. Like, my brain was just like wired. So I did fall asleep, but then I just had that annoying thing where I just woke up a bunch. So I think it's gonna be a reading till falling asleep night, and I'll probably do like a page check-in before I head down to sleep. But yeah, I'm gonna pop this face mask on and I'll let you guys know, I guess, tomorrow if it did anything. Sometimes these face masks like break me out, so I could be coming in like really spotty tomorrow. But yeah, I guess we'll see. So it is this day 3 of the reading vlog? I don't know. Today we're off to a late start because I had a bunch of like errands and appointments to run. So it's currently like 4:10. Excuse my sweaty appearance. It's like the start of a new heat wave. If the other one wasn't enough, it's gonna be like 30 odd degrees again this week. So it's been 28 today and like super sunny. Just got back, so I'm like actually dying. I need to take this makeup off because I've had this on for like 4 hours. But yeah, last night it got so like juicy and like interesting. Yeah, it was, I couldn't stop reading it and I was like so tired and I was like, I told myself I would get an early night, so I had to put it down at like midnight. But I'm super raring to go to get back into it today. I think I said I got to like 76%, so I reckon like a good few more hours and then it should be done. But yeah, like so much was going down last night. People were being killed and all sorts. Yeah, getting juicy, as I said. Yeah, let me take this makeup off because I'm dying. So it's a good deal later. It's currently like 5 to 11 and I now have 100 pages left of The Count of Monte Cristo, and just incredible. Like the past like 150 pages, all of the sort of plans and schemes have happened and we're sort of like dealing with the aftermath of a lot of it now. There's still a couple of things that sort of need to be tied up, but as I said, I've still got 100 pages left, so I'm guessing they're all gonna tie up at the end. But I'm just like genuinely, like whenever I read a classic book, I'm always just like, how did the author like think of this story? Like how was he just like coming up like it? And it's just so like well researched. Like he knows so much about like all the different sort of etiquettes and histories and I guess like traditions of so many different places at the time. And it's just, it is a historical book, I would say, like a historical fiction, adventure fiction. Yeah, I'm just like, how? like I would never be able to write something like this. And I also realised that obviously it's a really long book, but originally it was published in like newspapers, so like every publication would have either like a chapter or a couple of chapters in the newspaper, and then people would like read it weekly, kind of like a soap nowadays, which is why I would say it's one of the most like engaging classics, because obviously he would want to keep his readers coming back, and then they've sort of put it all together into the book. But yeah, I'm just like, well, I'm so excited to like see how it ends. I hope it has a satisfying ending. I can kind of see where it's going, but again, there's been some stuff where I've been like, whoa, how did you think of that? Like, just insane. But yeah, I imagine I'm gonna finish it tonight, because I kind of just want to like see how it ends, and I'm super into it. So I guess this might be the last sort of pre-check-in before I finish, unless like something happens tonight where I can't finish it, then we'll carry on tomorrow. But yeah, just wow, really enjoying it. I'm gonna do my skin, like my skincare, and then get on my bed again and just carry on reading. But yeah, exciting stuff. Definitely recommend the book. Potential 5-star read depending on like the ending, but I've literally flown through it. It's like a 1,500 page book. Obviously very dense, like the words in the actual book are like small as well, so each page is like a lot of words. But it's nearly taken me, say, maybe just over a week. But yeah, and then nearly taken me 3 days to get through about 50%, so flying through it. And I'm excited to continue reading vlogs like this, because it kind of gives me the motivation to give you updates. Yeah, I'm going to carry on reading and potentially finish the book. Okay, so let's do some final thoughts about the book. So I did finish The Count of Monte Cristo last night at around like 2 o'clock in the morning, because I just stayed up because I wanted to get it done, and it was just so interesting. The ending was insane. I kind of saw it coming, just because there was some dialogue between these two characters prior to an event that I kind of knew that it was going to happen at the end. But yeah, really good. I'm going to rate it a 5 stars, because I feel like I just like feverishly devoured the book over the past couple of days. It's weird to me that a book that's like 1,500 pages long got me out of a reading slump, because you wouldn't think that I would just go straight into a really long classic. Also, sorry if you can hear my cat sneezing. There's one on the floor and then one on the bed. But yeah, literally just got so engrossed in the characters and the story. I thought it was going to be like a sad ending, but I ended up being quite happy. Is that a spoiler? I don't know. But yeah, I thought I would read some of the little bits and pieces that I highlighted. I didn't actually highlight a lot during my reading. It was more towards the end that I was highlighting, but I just thought these quotes are pretty cool and they might convince you to read it. So the first one is, I have 2 friends who are always with me in that way. One is the man who gave me life, the other is the one who gave me understanding. If you know, you know. And then the next one is, I have come from a planet called Sorrow, which I just think is like so cool. Like, I love the metaphor. And then the next one is, there is neither happiness nor misfortune in this world. There is merely the comparison between one state and another, nothing more. Only someone who has suffered the deepest misfortune is capable of experiencing the heights of felicity. Maximilian, you must needs have wished to die to know how good it is to live. And then the last one is, all human wisdom is contained in these 2 words, wait and hope. I just thought, like, They just say like beautiful and kind of encompass the book quite a lot. So if you are thinking of reading it, then hopefully those quotes, kind of butchered by me at the end, encourage you to do so. But yeah, again, 5-star read. Really enjoyed filming it actually. So if you would like to see any more reading vlogs like this, maybe one with spoilers, then do let me know. But yeah, thank you guys for following on my journey. Apologies for not doing this from the very start of the book. I kind of just like went straight into it and then realised like, oh, I should probably film this. But yeah, thank you for being with me during the latter half of the book, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.